Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As usual, I will not take much of your time. Mr. Speaker, I really want to say that the governor's speech was good because he talked about what was done so far. He really said in his speech the total amount of money that was allocated to Mandera since inception of devolution. But to my surprise, nowadays you see, if any time you put on TVs, you only see corruption issues, dams and so on and so forth. I was wondering to see one dam allocated for 65 billion shillings, which maybe Mandera will get that 65 billion shillings in the next 7-8 years. We are at 55 million billion including this financial year for the last 6 years. 7 years. But here comes one dam allocated for 65 billion. And here we are talking and saying, you know what, this has not been done, this has been done. What deflation has done so far is not measurable, Mr. Speaker. It's not measurable because I think I'm the one of the people who are complaining of poor road network. Because now we are during dry spell. Even water tracking in some of my within my wards, in some places is not even possible, Mr. Speaker, because the road is when it was before devolution. It does not mean maybe is it because of political so on, but those are challenges and concerns. But really I have to say that whatever the governor has said is fact. Of course, anything that is done in this county is a plus for this county residents, Mr. Speaker, and the entire citizen of this country, Mr. Speaker. When the governor was giving an address in this chamber, we were live on Facebook, and people were they were impressed and see the type of building we are in. The type of building we are in, people are wondering. Actually, some people are saying, is this the House of Commons? And this is because of devolution, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, obviously, whatever, even in your own house, you will not miss concerns. Your own house, your children and your wife, always concerns are there. But majorly, what has been done so far is not measurable. Water issues, we understand. We are during dry season, Mr. Speaker. I'm one of the worst affected person because I don't have any source of permanent water in my ward. Out of the 8 settlements there, I have only one village that are not water tracking. The rest are water tracking. Doing water. They are living on water tracking, Mr. Speaker. It is not that the government are not done, but generally, Mandera West, not Mandera, Banissa constituency, we have a problem of water, underground water problem, Mr. Speaker, other than along the river, Malkameri, Hulu, and Malkaruka areas. It's not the government fault. Because since I came in, we drilled boreholes 3 times, and it was not fruitful, Mr. Speaker. I was through even the well-wishers, not even the county itself, the well-wishers. Just the other day when I was seen in the handshake forum, when Honorable Robo and Honorable Bishar were arguing on who owns the well, that is a plus. It's a plus for us. Because, whenever there's a success, everybody wants to own that success. But when there's a failure, everybody wants to run away from the failure. That is why my 2 honorable brothers were, kind of competing for who owns where. Mr. Speaker, it is normal. I was wondering, because when we were going for the campaigns, we were promising heavens. But here comes, I wanted to see some honorable members are opposing projects, development for the county. It is not even, we can say there is a lack of public participation. I know what is ongoing in Takaba. I know what is ongoing in Luxury particularly. I know what is ongoing in Karo area. There's a lot of tension in regards to those airstrips. But that is something that we can solve. That is something as leaders we can come. I agree with Honorable Gamnan that consultation is the best thing. Through consultation, things can be done. And Honorable Shima Bari, the way he said, actually he said it just informing public participation, because public participation is enshrined in the Constitution of Kenya, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, those are small issues. In Mandera town, I know this side is in Somalia, this side is Ethiopia. We are only expanding towards the Karo side. And if a member is asking, why don't we make the Karo in town, where will we be expanding from maybe in the next 10 years? It's not possible. In the next, the first time I came to Mandera was 1994 when I was class 7 as a speaker. And there was no any infrastructure, any settlement other than the military and the Mandera Moi girls and MSS. The animals market were just on where the cereal bodies, Mr. Speaker. In the next 10 years, we'll be having maybe, we'll be part of Libya, Mr. Speaker, and Galalio. Mr. Speaker, what we want is, Mr. Speaker, I know Honorable, my friend there want me to say that we have to go for the project. Of course, we have to go for the project. Where there is a gap, for example, consultation and public participation, it will be done, it will be corrected. Or, for example, if you want to build a wall between you and your neighbor, obviously there will be a concern between you and your neighbor. And you come together and you solve. But we don't want to, because of there is a concern between you and your neighbor, you totally reject your construction. No. We cannot be demanding for leaders a good infrastructure, a good airport, a good roads, and good water, and everything. But again, we are here opposing the project that will come up, Mr. Speaker. It's not possible, Mr. Speaker. We have to stand up as leaders and say what this is it's supposed to be done. Let's correct this, but we have to go for the project. Mr. Speaker, I agree with the Honorable Gamnan on issue of casual workers that are only concentrating in Mandera town. Mr. Speaker, in this town, we have only 2 MCS elected from this town, Mr. Speaker, out of the 30 MCS. And we want this thing, instead of being, in only town, it should be devolved to wards, Mr. Speaker, so that we have very vulnerable people in the other wards, Mr. Speaker. And already we have raised this, honorable members, with the governor, and he took it as a concern, and I'm sure he will address that. Mr. Speaker, the just concluded FCDC meeting and the PBG meeting that took place in Garissa, we are really appreciated as a county of what the county government has done in line with healthcare, Mr. Speaker. Actually, we are among the best counties that has come up with very good health measures. And the few that are remaining will improve on it, inshallah. Mr. Speaker, our governor is a chair for FCDC, and as a country, we have blocks. We have Lake Basin blocks, we have FCDC, which you are a member, we have Asal counties. And under these blocks, counties are getting a lot of donors, Mr. Speaker. And Mandera, I think, out of the FCDC is the only 2 counties. We only got, I think, is it the municipality? We are only municipality in the 3 northern counties, including even Isiolo and Marsabit, Mr. Speaker. This is a plus for us. And this we got through FCDC and as a block. We need to support this, Mr. Speaker.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the House is lacking quorum.
Mr. Speaker, let me conclude, then you will adjourn.
He has already raised the point of order. Clerk, please confirm whether we have a quorum or...
We have
We have quorum. We have no quorum, eh?
Thank you. Thank you. I think Honorable Member failed. He could not count some people. Speaker, his Deputy Speaker is counted. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for guiding. He has to. He is a member. He is in quorum.
Yes, continue.
Thank you. So, Mr. Speaker, I'm concluding. Sorry, I know some people, honorable members, want to go.
Mr. Speaker, I need clarification where the Deputy Speaker.
That issue is ruled, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable member, it is true that the chair is included when we are counting the quorum. Please wind up. It is time.
I'm winding up. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for protecting me from Honorable Abbas. Honorable Abbas and Honorable, please give me 1 minute. Thank you very much, members, for supporting and arguing positively on the governor's speech. It was really something that impressed us, and you even know what we have done and the governor has done in line in regards to the bursary. Bursary was distributed, and we have to be. Every one of us here, when we came, we were very pissed off with the government. But immediately bursary was launched. We were very happy because I no longer receive calls from members of public, Mr. Speaker, because they got their monies. Thank you very much. I appreciate. Thank you.